Good afternoon, colleagues.
Afternoon.
Welcome to Presser for match number 6, South Africa versus Botswana. Coach, thanks for coming through.
Thank you, sir.
Coach, maybe not an ideal start to the tournament, but what's your overall view of your boys' performance?
To be frank, I'm excited to have given the boys the opportunity to experience what they've experienced today. We knew we were going to, play a very good team, a very technical team, a very organized team. And the boys were prepared to suffer, and they suffered today. And to them, it's a very good experience. They've learned a lot of things from this game, and this will make them grow. Because for them, I told them before the game, for them to grow, they have to suffer. They have to, pick themselves up when things are difficult, when things are tough. And yes, we have scored those goals. And as much as the opponents were dominating the game, they've learned something out of this, and I'm happy for them.
Coach, for the better part of the game, particularly in the first half, we saw that your boys were in the back foot. Majority of the first half, you could not get out of your own half. Was that your plan, maybe to sit back and consolidate, or it was the nature of the opponents that you were facing?
I would actually say, I'll be frank to say, is the nature of the opponents, because our plan was not actually to sit back, but our plan was, to try to make them not play. But because of, the mobility, they were able to actually force us down, force us to, come to a point where we say, rather, let's see if we can make them not to play. So that's the effort we're trying to actually put. This is why I'm saying I'm very happy, because the boys have learned a lot from that suffering, Yes. Yeah, they did. They did because, if you look at the second half, for example, we have, some opportunities to get 1 or 2 goals. Because in the second half, we were able to come at some stages out of their half and then get into our half and had a few opportunities. So the intention of the substitutions was to bring in, first of all, fresh legs, and the boys who actually could play when they have the ball, the boys who did not fear when they've got the ball, and they actually changed the game a bit. At least, like I'm saying, we managed to get a few chances which we could not finish. It's my responsibility as a coach or as the technical team, for example, to motivate the boys. And I'm happy that their heads are not down, even after losing 4-0. I was the first person to go to to meet them in the center there, and I could tell now they're still prepared for the next game, because in the first place we were actually focusing on today's game, and we know from today's game, after this game, now we prepare for the next opponent. And like I'm saying, I'm happy that their heads are not down, and I believe they'll come back in the second game. Yeah, like I was saying, you could have realized in the second half that there were some glimpses of ball playing, glimpses of when we have the ball, we don't just lose it that easy, except at the final passing. But to me, I still believe that they'll show their case in the second half or in the second game. I'm confident, because today's game showed us a lot of things which actually we have to not necessarily work on them, but the potential they can bring in. We know the boys, we know they can play. And probably being their first game, especially international game, they cracked, especially in the first half. And cracking in the first half, obviously, made them make silly mistakes and scored easily. So confidently, I can say they will come back, definitely. They will come back. I'm confident.